Please help me welcome Jirka Hladis.
So you may have seen this photo recently doing the rounds on social media, but it was originally published in the Ann Arbor News in February 1938. So I think you can tell that parking has been a hot button issue for a while now. And then I just wanted to highlight The High Cost of Free Parking is the seminal treatise on the topic. I haven't actually read it myself, full disclosure. And then Strong Towns is a great book and also a website with lots of great urbanism topics. Just to be fair, it's not just cars, right? It's a fundamental geometry problem. But the fact is that cars take up an order of magnitude more space. And they also have the benefit that you don't have to worry about feeding and watering them while you leave them on the street. So I wanted you to take a look at these early 20th century street scenes and notice how empty the streets look. Even when you have vendors and carts there, they're kind of going about their business, but they're not using the outdoor public space to store things. Moving a few decades into the future, and you can see, almost immediately we kind of run into some familiar problems. We have large parking lots, we have double parking, and yes, that building on the left there is actually still standing in New York City, but it has been converted to condos. So moving on to the 1950s, what do you do when there's a scarce resource? You obviously just legislate an infinite supply, right? So cities started basically bulldozing downtown in a race to make as many parking lots and highways for drivers. Going back to Ann Arbor, we did avoid some of the worst successes of urban renewal and urban highways, but we do have places like Briarwood Wall. Comparing downtown and Briarwood, we have about approximately the same number of parking spots, but a very different experience when you're actually on the street, both as a pedestrian and as a driver. But I think the most important thing to take away is that how we use the public right of way is a political decision. It's public space, and don't let the traffic engineers convince you otherwise. Street Mix is a great tool you can use to kind of visualize different street layouts and play around with that. And then so let's just go through the whataboutism. So accessibility, modern trains and buses with level boarding are frequently much better than cars. Downtown businesses, I think we covered that. If you think parking is needed, why isn't Briarwood the hottest spot in town? I think where do we go from here? So I think we can, have a political conversation about how to use the right of way. We did get rid of parking minimums in Ann Arbor, but we could do more. And so I wanted to just leave you with kind of possibly a bit of a pie in the sky sort of thought experiment. What would it look like if we stored most of our cars outside of the city? If you could, get on your bike or bus or train and go, to your car, you don't necessarily need to store it right next to where you live or work or shop. So yeah, thank you very much.